Nevertheless, post-graduation has become a bare minimum level.
In a case of a below average candidate, he was the candidate who walked out with an above average placement.
So recently we had one event by Dharma Production, and 10 students were, deputed there for 2 days, and it was an excellent exposure of our student. Okay, she cleared the test. So she was hopeful that she may be called for interview, and she had one offer in hand already from other company, which she rejected.
If you can redo one thing in your MBA, what would it be?
Dubai trip. Firstly, when I completed my graduation, I was very confused about what am I supposed to do. I did end up joining some online coaching, but yet my approach was very fragmented. I was feeling disillusioned at times.
First up, let's meet the director of IES MCRC.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to the podcast of Ideal Management. We have Sapna Modi ma'am, IES MCRC director. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity, ma'am. I'll directly shoot. So many students you must have taken interview of, so many students you must have met, ma'am. But every institute has an ideal student in its mind. ऐसा बच्चा चाहिए, ऐसा चाहिए, कुछ तो है. Your take on that? What is your view?
See, as you mentioned that every student should be very ideal, right? But the definition of ideal differs from institute to institute. Definitely, we will look at prescribed marks, right? The level that we have, entry level. But most importantly, what we see is that students should be very agile in nature and should be able to adapt to things quickly and should be ready for change.
Interesting.
Because what we see is environment now is changing continuously.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
What used to be brands earlier, now they are getting outdated.
Yes.
Similarly, the job profiles, expectation from the market, everything is changing. So whatever students go through 2 years pattern, many a times there is a lot of unlearning they have to do before they enter the real world.
Oh, so unlearning, adaptability, ready
And
to change,
agility.
and agility.
Yes.
All these things are required. Interesting.
So I always tell students, right? You come very raw to us. And we are here to shape you.
Oh, so they should be ready to unlearn.
Absolutely. Unlearn, relearn, and accept the change.
Interesting take, guys. Very important. Ma'am, every institute has some achievements. So if I ask, let's say 4 or 5 years or last 3 years, what do you think? What is the biggest achievement of IES as an institute?
Sir, as an institution, if you see, IES is a very value-driven organization. Right? IES MCRC, that is IES Management College and Research Center, we belong to IES Society, which is more than 100 plus years old society. Even before British era, it was established, and they were the ones to start with girl-child education, to initiate girl-child education in Maharashtra.
Interesting.
Right? So we are a part of that society, and it was started by school teachers.
Oh, so in fact, I will interrupt. That shows what you answered in the previous question, ma'am, ki adapting. So in 100 years, what you must have seen as a society, there's a lot of changes in which you guys have adopted. That's interesting.
Absolutely.
So one achievement you would like to say in last 4 or 5 years, that rather than placements, and that is something which every college talks about, ma'am. One achievement you would like to talk about?
Sir, I would like to mention here is that we develop students more on empathetic background.
Oh.
When we talk about studies, right, definitely they come here for that. When we talk about some experience, definitely they come here for that. But along with that, we also build them as good human beings.
That's interesting.
And to support though I said that we are very value-driven institution, but we are also moving towards high-end technology to map the market space. So this is where we believe that students should not only get the education that is mentioned in the books, the knowledge that is mentioned in the books, but hands-on experience learning. And this is where in past 3-4 years, IES has built Bloomberg Lab.
Oh.
So this particular lab, irrespective of the specialization, gives a real-time exposure to students for more than 500 Fortune companies. And real-time data, live data, and certifications that students do. Moving towards Viksit Bharat, right? Our vision of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi.
Correct.
Here we also want to build more entrepreneurs. So we want students, right, rather than being job seekers, to be job givers. So keeping this in mind, we also have established Innovation and Incubation Center.
So I wanted to know one thing. You told me 3 things. That's fantastic, ma'am. So teaching students empathy.
Absolutely.
Then Bloomberg Lab,
Building
which is
skills. Yes.
And number 3, ma'am. In fact, I'm forgetting so many things you're mentioning seriously.
Moving towards a vision where India is going.
India is going, correct.
So
Viksit
even we
Bharat,
are
entrepreneurs.
absolutely, we are taking our students towards that.
Entrepreneurship. That's fantastic.
Entrepreneurship.
That's fantastic, ma'am. Next, I've always seen, ma'am, and I'll be dead honest in this. Every college, there's a tug of war between admissions, academics, and placements. I've always seen that, placements, people say you have not trained students that well. Admission cell says that you have not given that kind of placements in the previous year, so we are not getting good students. It keeps on happening. Academics say that you have not got those good students so that we can train them well. There's always this tug of war in each and every college, ma'am. Is it the same case here? Let's be honest on that.
See,
and how do you handle it?
As you mentioned, this is the case in all colleges. You already mentioned that.
So you accept that?
Right? See, this is a chicken and egg story. Right? It is very simple. Whatever input you have, right? It undergoes the process. Okay? And then the output. So when I say this means admissions which get in the students, the 2 years process through the value-driven education that we give, and then the placements, which is the output. Right? Now, every institute, including our institution also, we have mix of students. So when I say mix of students means from different background, right? Education background, graduation from different streams, right? So obviously the students who are from management background like BBA, BMS, right? They are little more street smart in the initial phases as compared to students who are from science, commerce, right? Or other background, right? So here in IES, what we do is an attempt to bring everybody at one platform. So this is where in the entry level itself, we have 2 weeks foundation module for students. Right? So this foundation module, the course is planned in such a way that we don't touch upon the core courses that we are going to teach, but we see to it that all non-management background students, along with the management background students in undergrads, they are got to one platform by giving them various hands-on experience learning on management topics and various subjects through industry experts as well as through our faculty.
Oh, so right from the beginning you start doing
Right from the beginning, right? So this is our attempt. And once we bring them to one platform, right, obviously then they undergo the 2 years training that we have, knowledge that we inculcate through the subjects. So I would like to emphasize here, the entire curriculum that we have built is based on the NEP 2020 policy, right?
Good.
So we focus on outcome-based education. That is important.
Okay.
So what we do in IES MCRC is that our students are our stakeholders even while they are with us, and especially when they move out of our institution as alumni. So we have a very strong alumni base, 5,500 plus alumni base.
That's a big number.
Right? So what we do is we keep a track record of our alumni immediately once the student passes out. Right? In next 2 years, what is the growth? In next 5 years, what is the growth? And then 8+ years, what is the growth? And then we map back to our outcome-based education. right? So the entire cycle of a student is traced not only when the student is 2 years with us, but also his or her journey, right, across the career growth.
That's a little too much, ma'am. So you're telling me you track students for 5 years, 8 years, what he or she is doing, which company is into. That much of tracking is done.
Yes. What is the career growth? Because I'll tell you, so the relations of alumni with IES is very strong. So you will find every weekend on Fridays, we have campus to corporate module. Not less than 25 alumni are present on campus mentoring our students. And every week we have different set of alumni coming in.
Oh my God, so many people coming in.
Yes.
And what best to do? Matlab, if an alumni is talking, that's the best thing a student can get.
Absolutely. They are the ones to explain students the real picture of what corporate is and what is the expectation of the corporates from them.
Interesting, ma'am. One more thing. Everybody is talking in today's times, ma'am, that MBA has gone for a toss, placements is an issue. And a few people are saying that, no, this is the best time to do an MBA. So how do we handle that? How as a director you talk to students, or what will be your advice to students in these difficult times?
Sir, in this global turnover that we are seeing now, things which are turning, and all of a sudden we see war is sprouting somewhere, some political unrest and
Yes,
all, right?
yes.
I completely agree to what you are saying. Nevertheless, post-graduation has become a bare minimum level for any student to complete. It not only gets knowledge, it also polishes students, right? Creates awareness in students of what is expected in the corporate world, right? So it is very important for students to undergo this journey, because over here we are not teachers, right, in the class, unlike in their graduation level. Here we are facilitators, right? And we focus more on lateral thinking rather than just books. Right? So students, we try to develop their application mindset. They work under stressful situation. They learn how to work in groups. They learn how to build empathy with each other. So just to add to this, I'll tell you, another 3 to 4 years down the line, right, the concept of bosses will vanish completely.
Oh my goodness, this is interesting.
Yes, see, now you see we don't have stenographers. Do we have?
No, yeah, of course.
The ones who used to,
Yeah.
typewriters,
Yes,
or,
yes.
typists. Now we don't have all that.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Even we don't have a designation of a personal assistant. Right? Now
that's
we
gone.
have EAs, executive assistants. Right?
Yeah.
So things are changing, things are molding. And after 5 to 7 years, there won't be any leaders. There would be co-workers. So all bosses would be expected to lead the team, right? Co-working with them, not just bossing them.
Just not. Oh my goodness.
Yes. So this co-working attitude is taught to them here.
And this is something which you're telling me is being implemented already.
Yes, we do that through our leadership and training module. Right? It is a very small attempt of IES to build that factor in students. See, when students are very raw, it's easy to mold them. Ultimately, it will be based on the organization where they are working and the needs of the organization. But if the roots are strong, right, obviously the tree would be strong and will bear good fruits.
Yeah, interesting, guys. So this is a very good learning event for me, that bossing or concept of boss is more or less going away. It's co-working.
Co-working.
मतलब हमको भी बहुत काम करना पड़ेगा. Interesting. Thank you so much for your time, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you very
guys.
much. Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now let's meet with the admissions head the truth about MBA admissions.
I'm sitting with Harshal Bhagwat, admissions head at IES MCRC. So Harshal, how are you?
I'm great.
Great, na? Pakka?
Absolutely fine.
Chalo, so I believe in informal interaction, Harshal. So I'll directly start with one of the most important question. Everyone is obsessed about percentile. And you are the one who is sitting on the other side of the table.
Correct.
Okay? So So, as a college, as a person, what do you look at?
See, your scores tells us that you can study. Okay, what we look at is how trainable you are, how you can be molded. Okay, so it's not just the score which matters at the end of the day. आपको हम as a individual we gauge. Okay, we don't judge a candidate just because he's got a 99.8 percentile. We see that how adaptable the candidate is and how much can he absorb in the 2 years, and he can get a good placements out of it. So that is what is our intent behind screening a candidate.
So, which means the person should be adaptable.
Of course.
He should be ready to change.
Yes.
Okay, that is
Change in the sense, not just change, but it's like how it can be, the student can be molded. उसको हम as an average candidate से above average candidate तक क्या हम ले जा सकते हैं, उसमें उतनी capability है. That is what we'll look at.
Okay. Next, see, you must have gone through lot of profiles, hundreds of profiles.
Yes.
Any profile which surprised you?
Yes, so that's what I was talking about. So, in a case of a below average candidate, he was the candidate who walked out with an above average placement.
Oh, so which means the profile wasn't that good, or the
Initially, when the candidate walked in, he was like, that's an example which I'm quoting from the last year's recruitment. So, as a candidate, he was an average candidate, but then the guy took that challenge. उसने अपने आप को तैयार किया, 2 साल उसने पूरा अपने आप को डेडिकेट कर दिया ये प्रोसेस के लिए, and then he got a placement which was above average. So he was like, he was amongst one of the top candidates who got
better
a
placement.
good placement.
Interesting. Next, Harshal, this is something which even I face with lot of mock interviews I take. A blank moment in an interview. The person freezes, and it happens with us also during mock interviews.
Happens.
Once again, when you are on this side, when you are the actual interview taker, right, in the college, give some suggestion. What should the student do, or how do you judge, that student?
A freeze isn't a failure, basically. Okay, it's not that you can't get blank. We are speaking. It's a very informal way. If you ask me a question, I probably might freeze at a point of time. But that doesn't reflect bad on my candidature. As a candidate, I will see whether, as I told you earlier also, the kind of rigor which the student has to get in. So is he ready for that? We'll look at that. A freeze, ठीक है, हो जाते हैं candidates. It's just how do you recollect and come back?
So, which means if the student takes 1 minute's time or half a minute time,
Perfectly all right.
you sure, na?
110%.
That is important. Okay.
110%. This also holds true not just in selection interview but in a placements interview also.
Which means
And-
freeze is okay.
Yeah, freeze is absolutely fine. It's normal. It's human.
So, next thing is basically every student will have 60 seconds. Tell me something about yourself or whatever, right?
Correct.
And he has to, talk in those 60 seconds.
Correct.
What do you expect?
See, 60 seconds he's already got that hypothesis. His resume or his application is there in front of me. I've already screened that. It's just that how do you reciprocate and how do you speak? How do you represent yourself is something which I think is what we'll look at. How confident are you when you are speaking? How confident are you? I'm saying that even if the candidate is wrong, but how confidently is he putting it up? See, matter or the content could be given to him or it could come, but then that attitude is what will determine his or her candidature, successful or not in the interview.
Interesting. That's it, guys. Thank you for this wonderful experience and good answers, because this is something which will help
This
my
is candidates.
students.
I'm just saying that these are all our experiences. Based on our experiences, हमने ये बात किया है. That's the only thing.
Thank you so much, sir. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
With the placements, head the room you never see. The process that decides everything.
have Aruna Sonamne, ma'am.
Hello.
Dr. Aruna Sonamne, in fact, and placements head at IES. Welcome, ma'am, to this podcast. Straight away, I'll shoot the question.
Yes.
Students look at the average package, students look at the offer letter.
Yes.
But what goes behind that offer letter? वो कैसे मिलता है, क्या होता है? If you can just walk us through the process exactly.
Yes, yes. Being into placements, our major focus is on networking, trying to bring as much companies as possible with known brands, which is a craze. Students need brands. They most of the time overlook the profile. This is my observation. And then they straight head to the offer letter. What is in for me? How much I am going to earn? But actually speaking, when we talk to the companies, we understand the profile being offered. We, of course, look into the job description, which is very, very important. And then we take a lot of efforts for the student to prepare with respect to job description. We try to find out what will be the selection process, whether it is going to be aptitude followed by GD, followed by PI, or whether it is going to be directly interview. So there are number of processes which the companies come up. But I'll tell you, sir, over a year period of time, it is becoming more and more difficult. Some companies hiring only in single digit and the student appearing for more than 9 rounds of interviews.
Oh,
Yes. And this is what goes in before a student land up with the offer letter.
guys, so in fact, nice point you just told me.
Yes,
In fact, I also never knew this.
Yes.
9
Yes.
round of interviews.
Yes.
Which means interviews are extremely important.
Important.
Number 2, you told that GD and aptitude
Yes.
is also taken.
Yes.
Which means the selection process of college, which
Yes.
when you select a student based on GDs and interviews, is the same thing happening at placements also.
Yes, we have to do that. So before we send the data to the company, we also see that whether the right candidate has applied, because we have sectoral classification before we start the process of placement to understand who is interested in what area. Because we don't want to send a student interested in real estate to a company who is into media. That's a mismatch, and the student will never perform.
So you take care of
Yes.
that also. Okay?
Yes.
Which sector the student
Yes.
is interested in,
Yes.
and then send him
we-
mostly to that sector.
Yes.
Company might be anything.
Yes. So we route those profiles more to the company because that's actually facilitates more conversions.
Okay, interesting. We know that, ma'am, networking is extremely important. We understand that.
Yes.
And obviously, you gave the list of companies to the students and everything.
Yes.
But as far as networking is concerned, what does college do to make sure students get that opportunity?
So we from the placement team anyways are part of number of conferences, seminars, events, CII conferences where we meet the industry people. But apart from this, there are number of activities which take here in and around Mumbai, wherein the companies themselves approach us that we want some students to volunteer. So recently we had one event by Dharma Production. And 10 students were, deputed there for 2 days, and it was an excellent exposure. They met right from governor to all the celebrities, and it was like, wow kind of opportunity for all of them, although they miss out on some lectures, but then it was a learning for them.
Oh, so networking is not only our alumni. You are
Yes.
telling me they get
Yes.
opportunity to
Yes.
go out, work on
Yes.
some events.
Yes, some projects. So what they learn here is my understanding. They understand who the people are, what kind of sector it is, what opportunities it throws for the students, being they are freshers, and how do they network even with foreign nationals. That's how networking is helpful.
Let's talk about the big question, because you just said everyone talks about that an experienced person
Yes.
is given more opportunities. Companies prefer students who have some experience, correct?
Yeah.
How true it is And and I want a dead honest answer, ma'am, because
Yes.
because there are a lot of students who are freshers who will be watching this.
Yes.
What should they do?
Yeah.
How does college handle it? I really want to know everything
So,
about it.
when it comes to placement, there are two options which the company always gives us. Of course, there are number of opportunities for the freshers, and what the company look at the fresher is they should have a proper sound understanding of fundamentals, what they did in the internship. What is their attitude toward work and the approach. So when it comes to fresher, these are only four things which the companies look at. But when it comes to the other option of experienced guys, there are options which the company always try to find out from us. If you have some experienced guys, please let us know. So these are, some departmental requirements. These are niche departments. May I say credit risk management, wealth management, SAP professionals. Like I can just name few brands who always look for some experience of 2 to 3 years. One of them is Capgemini. The other is Morgan Stanley. So they have some roles specifically meant for experienced professionals. But that doesn't mean that they are not offering jobs to freshers.
Oh, so they do offer jobs to
Yes.
freshers
That's the reason
also.
I said there are two options.
Okay.
Always.
But then let's say a company says that it just came to my mind that send the students, whether it is fresher, whether it is experienced, it doesn't matter. Let's say. So number one, do these kind of things happen in the college? Number two, let's say there's an experienced person sitting and there's a fresher sitting. Have you seen situation wherein a fresher is getting selected and the experienced person is getting rejected? And if at all it doesn't happen, let's say, then what should the fresher do? So those three questions combined in one.
So I'll first answer your first question, which says that only the experienced guys get selected. No, not always the case.
Okay.
So it's actually a very sad part on Indian corporate understanding of experience in number of years.
Yeah.
What you did is equally important in those number of years, right? So sometimes my fresher candidate, is more outperforming than the experienced candidate.
So it happens.
It happens.
Okay, interesting. So it does happen.
It does happen.
Which means the companies do select
Yes.
a fresher
Yes.
over experienced
over
guy.
an experienced
It does
guy.
happen.
It does happen. Yes.
Okay, that is interesting. But secondly, let's say as if someone as a fresher goes in, someone as an experience goes in, and let's say a person is not getting selected 1 round, 2 round, 3 rounds. What should the fresher do?
So, yes, we come across this issue. This is a challenge. And we attribute this challenge to number of options available with the companies nowadays. We get this feedback sometimes like they got better candidate elsewhere. So, we try to find out what is this better means, right? How do I try to bring that in my student? So what we do here at IES right from the beginning is we have dedicated campus to corporate sessions. Right? So when I mean to say campus to corporate, we have outside vendors. So outside vendors will help us with aptitude training. So which solves one part of the selection for me. Second is group discussions, interview skills, presentation skills, and of course the communication, which builds over a period of time. So it eventually prepares a candidate, even if he or she is a fresher or an experience. Of course, it helps a lot to a fresher than an experience, because experienced candidate has worked in the corporate, so has a better confidence as compared to the fresher. But then still, when it comes to a group discussion or some new topic being introduced, so the confidence which builds up over these sessions, which are conducted for almost 4 terms. It's not that we conduct only one session and finish it off. So it's continuous evaluation. We try to see whether there is an improvement or not. So that helps a candidate, to perform in the interview.
So moral of the story, whether it's a fresher or an experienced guy, during those 2 years, if the student works hard, he can do better also.
Better, yes.
That is
of
not an
course,
issue.
There's no question.
Ma'am, now the biggest question once again,
Yeah.
the elephant in the room.
Yes.
Average package is what everyone looks at.
Yes.
And is it the right metrics to chase? I always ask this. And what does IES, what is your view on this?
So when it comes to average package, yes, it is important from institution point of view, because every year every institute looks to raise the bar.
Yes.
It has to. It cannot be in the declining fashion, right? And with the competition outside everywhere. So, and of course, that's one of the USP. Why would a student be interested to take an admission, right?
Yes.
So average, yes, it matters a lot. We have eventually grown from 6 to 7 to 8.5, and every year we hope to grow. But what happens is, from placement point of view and also from the student career point of view, we always feel that students should give more importance to the profile which he or she is getting to work in, which is equally important.
So profile should be looked at.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
What kind of roles are we offering them? And ultimately, is that role going to help that student grow in his or her career? That is very, very important.
So number one, profile, and number two, going forward, will that profile help him?
Yes, yes.
Interesting. That's also interesting, ma'am.
Yeah.
What is happening right now? What are the sectors which the student should look at in today's era? You know how AI is changing because of war. So many things are changing.
Yes.
So from placements perspective, because you are the one who is more in touch with corporates today.
Yes.
What sectors students should look at?
So most of the sectors where you can implement AI and data analytics, these will be the growing and in demand. Monotonous jobs will come to an end. Because of course they will be taken over by the technology. So unless and until even a management student doesn't upskill, it will be very difficult to sustain and survive. So all the sectors, wherever you go, will have an edge over AI and data analytics, because you have so much of data in present world that they need people who can interpret the data, understand the data, and eventually make use of that data in the right fashion.
Okay, so data analytics,
Yes.
AI is the future. And you are telling me that people need to keep adopting.
Yes,
this.
upskilling is very, very required.
So when you say upskilling, ma'am, so let's say there must be people who have graduated, let's say 10 years back, or 8 years back, and they are doing wonderfully well in their life. What's your take on that now? So, what will you advise them?
So they will have to take up some courses wherein they will get acquainted with what is required in today's world to perform.
So even after doing MBA,
Yes,
having a package of let's say 1 crore or something, your advice is upskill.
we say that in terms of refresher courses, we call that, and that is required. Otherwise, you will be dependent on somebody else for your work.
Oh my goodness! So guys, one extremely good takeaway point is that even after you have done your MBA, you are doing very well in your life. You have to upskill yourself.
And that should be continuous learning for anybody of us. Like even
so you're using the word continuous also, ma'am.
Yes.
So basically, it has to be a continuous
because
process.
the technology is changing every day. You cannot stay with the same kind of knowledge for years together.
Yeah. So I think these are fantastic points by ma'am. And something we do tell our students to keep learning.
Keep learning.
Change is the best thing. Best thing. So, and that's what you just told. So nice hearing from horse's mouth. I always say placements is is what people look at, right? So when it comes from you, I think people will believe. More.
Even probably, since you asked me this question, how will placement look like in coming years?
Yes.
Even I think interviews will be enabled through AIs.
Which is already happening.
Already happening. The process has already begun.
Yes, process is already begun, in
Yes,
fact. So,
yes.
we as coaching institutes have to evolve. We have already done a lot of things in the past. MBA colleges are evolving, and now you're telling corporates are also evolving.
Yes,
People will
yes,
have
yes.
to keep evolving.
If I talk about HRS specialization, it has HR analytics.
Okay, so in HR also there is HR analytics.
So in finance, it is financial analytics. So everywhere you have some or the other form of analysis in the data.
Interesting.
So even market intelligence analytics has come up. So General Mills come to us with a profile which demands marketing intelligence analytics.
Oh, interesting.
So you see, as a student or as a candidate looking for a job, even if you are a fresher, you have to be acquainted with what's going on, what kind of roles coming in, and how you prepare yourself for the same.
Interesting. Ma'am, a simple question I really want to ask. Any crazy situation which has come across when it comes to placements? Anything?
Okay.
Yes.
So I have two such cases to explain here. One was from the 23-25 pass out batch. This girl had little less percentage in 12th standard, less than 60%. We had a guy from TCS, country head for talent acquisition, who came to us for a pre-placement talk. He explained the entire process, how it's going to be, what is the eligibility criteria, and whether they consider percentage less than 60%, right? So, despite the entire process being explained, one of our student had hopes that she may be called for the interview. Okay, she cleared the test. They have an aptitude test. She cleared the test. So she was hopeful that she may be called for interview. And she had one offer in hand already from other company, which she rejected on the pretext that she will be called. But unfortunately, she was not called by TCS.
Oh, so then
She lost the offer.
So she lost the.
She lost the offer from the previous company. And even TCS she lost.
What did you guys do?
So we tried to help her with other brands, of course, after other students were placed, because we have a placement policy. But she wasn't able to crack any company after
Then
that.
what happened, ma'am? This is.
So
I always ask difficult questions.
yeah,
What
so
happened?
she is interning with some company now. Probably she may be offered a PPO letter. But that was a job. That was 6 months back.
Okay.
That was a confirmed job which she had in hand. The offer letter was issued, but she rejected the offer. This is one case. And there is another case with the international commercial real estate brand. They wanted female candidates to join. But unfortunately, the girl came across some issues and she had to leave the organization. And we were reported something else, that your kids leave the organization even within 6 months of the time. But after investigation, we found that there was some other issue. Yeah, that's the reason the girl left.
What did you do?
So we tried to meet the HR, tried to understand the situation, and they agreed that it's their fault.
Oh, they agreed.
They agreed.
So what happened to the candidate then?
Candidate is employed with other organizations.
So it happened.
Yeah.
Fine. So
Yes.
good. So I'm
Because
always
it's
interested
not because it's not the candidate fault, right? It's from the company side.
So college is always with the student.
With the students.
With the student.
Yeah.
That is
So
important.
even if we keep on saying that the placement season is from July to April, we keep on helping the candidates even after the next batch starts.
Interesting. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks for the insight you gave. Thank you so much.
Now let's meet with the HR head, the face behind every hire that shapes your MBA.
Sir, welcome to the podcast of Ideal Management. Sheikh sir is with me, guys. I've known Sheikh sir for last almost 8 odd years. Now this is different. ये हम बात कर रहे हैं जब आप कॉलेज के लिए रिक्रूट करते हो फैकल्टीज या डायरेक्टर्स के आप इंटरव्यूज लेते हो, एडमिशन हेड के लिए आप इंटरव्यू लेते हो सर. सो इट्स अ डिफरेंट गेम.
Yes.
आप क्या देखते हो?
Sir, there are a number of things to be looked into. For example, in case we look for faculty, then there are certain guidelines provided by AICT. First, we have to see those guidelines. Whether he's an MBA first class, whether he's having minimum 2 years experience, minimum, or whether he has registered for PhD. In case if these three conditions are satisfied, then we call him for interview.
ठीक है.
Interview में there are number of things we ask him. First we see his personality. कैसा लगता है, कैसा डिलीवर करता है,
ये भी आप देखते हो उसमें?
बिल्कुल. उसके कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स देखते हैं.
हाँ.
उसका टेम्परामेंट देखते हैं कि बच्चों के साथ जेल कर सकता है क्या, और फिर उसका सब्जेक्ट नॉलेज देखते हैं, डोमेन नॉलेज.
विच मीन्स डोमेन नॉलेज बाद में आता है. वो बच्चों के साथ जेल कर सकता है क्या? वो
बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. बच्चों के साथ जेल करना, उनके साथ उनको समझना, बिकॉज टीचर में और स्टूडेंट्स में 1 या 2 जनरेशन का गैप रहता है.
आजकल तो 2 जनरेशन का देखो
हाँ,
सर.
तो उस लेवल पे जाके बच्चों को कोई टॉपिक को कन्विंस करना या उनसे बात करना हर एक की बस की बात नहीं होती.
और ये आप देखते हैं.
ये देखना
ऑब्वियसली आई हैव सीन इट पर्सनली. आपने जिस तरह से यहाँ पे रिक्रूटमेंट किया, बिकॉज आई हैव सीन फॉर लास्ट 8 years, सो आई अंडरस्टैंड. सो दिस इज इंटरेस्टिंग. आप भी वो
दूसरा,
देखते हो?
हमारे कल्चर में अब्जॉर्ब हो सकता है क्या लास्ट स्टेज, विच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अगर वो एब्जॉर्ब नहीं होगा तो 4-6 महीने में फिर जॉब ढूंढना चालू करेगा. और आईएएस का पॉलिसी है कि हम लोग स्टेबल कैंडिडेट चाहिए. वी बिलीव इन लॉन्ग इनिंग्स. कोई आया 2 साल काम किया गया, ऐसा हम नहीं चाहते.
सर कई बार तो लोगों को 2 साल भी ज्यादा लगता है. आप बोल रहे हैं नहीं, लॉन्ग टर्म.
यस, देन वी प्रोवाइड वेरी कंडुसिव एटमॉस्फेयर टू देम. फ्रीडम. आप रिसर्च कर सकते हो, आप बाहर ट्रेनिंग को जा सकते हो, आप इंस्टीट्यूट को कैसा कंट्रीब्यूट करते हो. बिकॉज टुडे यू आर नॉट अ टीचर, यू आर अ फैसिलिटेटर. आप खाली बोलेंगे मैं पढ़ा के हट जाऊंगा तो काम नहीं चलेगा.
इंटरेस्टिंग.
काम नहीं चलेगा. आपको दूसरा एक्टिविटी भी देखना है.
हाँ.
और मेजर थिंग जो है स्टूडेंट डेवलपमेंट. हाउ यू आर ग्रूमिंग योर स्टूडेंट, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट. पेरेंट तो लाके आपके पास छोड़ देंगे,
हाँ बराबर है,
लेकिन उसको आपको मोल्ड करके इंडस्ट्री के हिसाब से शेप करके मार्केट में डालना है.
हाँ.
तो ही वो काम करेगा, नहीं तो नहीं करेगा.
So guys, extremely important. It happens from here.
Yeah, we are responsible for molding them.
Molding them and
To the-
recruiting those kind of people
Yes.
also.
Molding them to the requirement of industry. या तो इंडस्ट्री उनको एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेगा सर. तो हमारे पास ये भी चैलेंज है. Therefore, फैकल्टी लेने से पहले हम देखते कि भाई ये सब कर सकता है.
Interesting. Sir, मुझे I really want to ask this question कि the way faculties used to teach, the industry demand around 15 years back, 10 years back was different. तो आप उस वक्त जब फैकल्टी को चूज करते थे, what was the process? And today things are unbelievably different. What do you see now?
सर पहले जो था वो ट्रेडिशनल वे ऑफ लुकिंग एट थिंग्स था कि थ्योरेटिकल है, क्लासरूम ट्रेनिंग है, सब्जेक्ट नॉलेज है क्या, ये देख. आजकल सर सब बदल गया है. इंडस्ट्री का रिक्वायरमेंट बिल्कुल चेंज हो गया है. इंडस्ट्री डजंट वांट थ्योरेटिकल थिंग्स. इंडस्ट्री वांट स्टूडेंट्स टू हैव एक्सपोजर समथिंग बियॉन्ड क्लासरूम. और टीचर ने वो बियॉन्ड क्लासरूम, अगर वो थ्योरेटिशियन है, खाली थ्योरेटिकल बैकग्राउंड से आया है तो वो नहीं कर पाएगा. देखो हम लोग कुछ फैकल्टी इंडस्ट्री एक्सपीरियंस वाले लेते हैं ताकि वो ये स्टूडेंट को बाहर क्लासरूम के बाहर ले जाके भी मैनेजमेंट के प्रिंसिपल्स और मैनेजमेंट की कुछ चीजें पढ़ा सके.
Which means the way you used to recruit 10 years back, and the way you are recruiting
Yes.
now is changed.
Changing. Earlier we were teachers, now we are facilitated. I told you there is a difference. पहले प्योर टीचर रहते थे, पढ़ा के चले जाते थे. अब नहीं है. अब पढ़ाना, स्टूडेंट्स को ग्रूम करना, इंडस्ट्री के काबिल बनाना. और बिकॉज आजकल का जो जनरेशन है वो पहले के सर का नहीं है. देयर इज अ चेंज इन जनरेशन. स्टूडेंट्स ऑल्सो. तो स्टूडेंट का जो है वो 3 घंटे क्लास में बैठ के सुनने की कैपेसिटी नहीं है.
हाँ.
बिल्कुल नहीं है. तो हाउ टू कीप द स्टूडेंट्स इंगेज, वो ट्रेडिशनल फैकल्टी नहीं कर सकती. आज की नई फैकल्टी को हाउ टू कीप स्टूडेंट्स इंगेज फॉर 1.5 आवर इज इम्पोर्टेंट.
सो दैट मीन्स आप जब रिक्रूट करते हो तो यू टेक केयर ऑफ दैट थिंग.
यस, बिल्कुल नहीं. ये स्टूडेंट्स को कैसा एंगेज रखेगा, कैसा एक काम करेगा और कैसा एट द सेम टाइम डिलीवर करेगा नॉलेज. सी, इट इज अ पासिंग ऑफ नॉलेज फ्रॉम वन जनरेशन टू अदर.
Absolutely right. Yes.
So the passing of knowledge in this current scenario is totally different from the earlier. Earlier वो लेक्चर लोग के नोट्स पढ़ के चल जाता था, अब वो नहीं चलेगा. अब इंटरनेट का जमाना है, गूगल का जमाना है,
अब तो चैट जीपीटी का जमाना है.
चैट जीपीटी का है, तो एवरीथिंग हैज चेंज.
My goodness. Fine, sir. So, any advice you would like to give to the current generation students के लिए मैं बोलूँगा कि जब वो कॉलेज आते हैं उन्हें क्या करना चाहिए?
अभी स्टूडेंट जब एमबीए का कोर्स लेने के लिए या करने के लिए आते हैं तो उनको अपना पूरा ध्यान और कमिटमेंट यहाँ देना है, क्योंकि स्टूडेंट्स के ऑब्जेक्टिव दो ही है. एक तो बेस्ट कॉलेज चुनना है और कॉलेज से अच्छा एजुकेशन लेना है, ये उनका पहला ऑब्जेक्टिव है. और दूसरा ऑब्जेक्टिव जो है वो है कि कॉलेज के थ्रू बेस्ट जॉब लेना है. ये दो ऑब्जेक्टिव है और इसमें पेरेंट्स भी इंटरेस्टेड है. तो जब आप कॉलेज में आते हो तो ये ऑब्जेक्टिव्स लेके आओ और उसके हिसाब से 2 साल काम करो.
इंटरेस्टिंग.
और दूसरी बात, मैनेजमेंट कॉलेज में आके अगर आप में चेंजेस आ रहे हैं तो इसका मतलब ये होता है मैनेजमेंट कोर्स आपको इफेक्ट कर रहा है. अगर कोई चेंजेस नहीं आ रहे, आप जो थे पहले वो अभी है, इसका मतलब यू आर नॉट अ कैंडिडेट, राइट कैंडिडेट फॉर द मैनेजमेंट एजुकेशन. बट इफ यू आर गेटिंग मोल्डेड, इफ यू आर गेटिंग इफेक्टेड, इफ यू आर चेंजिंग, there's a change in your communication skill, there's a change in your manners, etiquette, body language, then this course is affecting you.
Good.
You are changing.
Good. Lot of learnings from you, sir.
Right.
Thank you, sir, for this insight.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Welcome
much.
to IES campus.
Let's hear it from them, the current MBA students and alumni of Ideal Management Their Unfiltered Journey.
Hello, guys. So, I have Pooja Raheja, Zil Furia, Ideal Management students. So welcome to the podcast, guys. उतना ही फॉर्मल बात करूंगा मैं. So tell me, how's the journey? कुछ बोलना चाहोगे? कैसा चल रहा है कॉलेज में?
So far so good. मतलब अभी तक तो हमारा 3rd सेमेस्टर आ चुका है, 3rd ट्राइमेस्टर आ चुका है. एंड इतने टाइम में जो काफ़ी चीज़ें नई नई सीखने मिली है, जो हम पहले ग्रेजुएशन में बहुत एकदम बेसिक चीज़ें करते थे, बट यहाँ पे इन डेप्थ एंड मोर इंडस्ट्री एक्सपोजर वाइज काफ़ी अच्छी चीज़ें सीखने मिली हैं सो फार. तो आई थिंक मेरे जर्नी तो अच्छी चल रही है.
Good. Pooja.
So same like my also journey has been very transformative. I have come across so many new things in the past 1 year. In the past 1 year, the kind of person I was, I feel that I have changed a lot from what I was. Because this program didn't just teach me things like from the academic perspective or the knowledge perspective. They taught me that how you have to handle pressure, how you have to remain disciplined even in difficult times. And main thing, how you have to face your fears. There were several things that I was very scared of facing and I had to face it come what may. And after overcoming it, I realized that I can do it. There is nothing that I cannot do unless I'm not willing to do it. And it built that resilience in me, I feel.
My goodness. So I remember you, Pooja. आप कितने डरे हुए रहते थे when you were in the coaching.
Yeah.
And your father and mother came, you met, and the efforts taken by just obviously not me, they were fantastic, and you did well. I remember that, and it is continuing here. I'm happy. Seeing that is good. I was straightforward. Let's see. Let's go back to time. Tell us a little about journey with us during Ideal Management. जो है बोलो कुछ इतना issue नहीं है. How did you land up here?
So पहले मतलब I just graduated and then I immediately joined Ideal Management. I remember I still used to go to college and then come back to Ideal. So that was थोड़ा time constraint था. But then any which ways हमारे Ideal में भी faculties काफ़ी अच्छे थे, तो थोड़ा late होता तो कोई problem नहीं होता था. But then जो the way वो एकदम core एकदम start से जो सिखाते थे ना from the very base, it was really
बिकॉज बहुत सारे लोग अभी हम काफ़ी चीज़ें छोड़ चुके थे, लाइक मैथ्स बहुत पहले छोड़ चुके थे, बट देन वो चीज़ें सारा कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में यूज़ करना ही पड़ता था एनी विच वेज। तो जो स्टार्ट से जिस वे से, जो इजी वे से हमें सीखने मिला फ्रॉम आइडल मैनेजमेंट, दैट इज रियली कमेंडेबल प्रॉब्ली। बट देन कुछ चीज़ें थी मतलब जो हम हमारे एंड से ही नहीं हो पा रहा था कि ये चीज़ें हमें नहीं पता चली थी। बट देन फिर वो वीडियोस जो हमें मिले थे, दैट रिकॉर्डेड सेशंस, इवन दैट वर वेरी हेल्पफुल। तो सो वैसे तो अच्छा ही था।
Lot of videos I was only there.
हाँ, बहुत बार आप ही को देखा, बहुत बार आप ही को सुना।
I know,
Yeah.
but that was a younger look. I remember that. It is good. Mm, one thing, let's say, Pooja, which you think our institute made a difference, ideal management.
Okay, so firstly, when I completed my graduation, I was very confused about what am I supposed to do. I did end up joining some online coaching, but yet my approach was very fragmented. I was feeling disillusioned at times. So then, when I came across ID management, though I already knew ID management during my graduation itself, when they had come there to take a seminar. So when I came here for the first time, first of all, there was a lot of mentorship that was provided. So rather than just putting us into classes, they like, for example, sir, you had sat with me, you spoke to me, you asked me my requirements, you mentored me. So that kind of a process was followed, which I felt made a lot of difference in the beginning itself. And further, like throughout my journey at Ideal Management, after a gap of say a few sessions, what I saw is regular doubt solving was done. A personalized level of mentorship was done where they are actually like the faculty is actually catering to the requirements of each student and not making that student feel like you are lagging behind or you will not be able to clear the exam.
Yeah, we don't
That
even do
thing
that. Yeah.
was always reinforced throughout my journey. I saw that, and a lot of misconceptions we had about placement process, about entrance exams, which was cleared there gradually by the faculty, by you, and all those misconceptions, all that confusion that we had, which is some I can say just भ्रम में हम रहते थे, वो सब was removed and we were made to face the reality.
Yes.
And in fact, what I used to think that okay, the reality is very bad or maybe like ऐसा कुछ होगा. So I was brought to that reality. It is not like how you are thinking. It works this way because we've been mentoring students in so many years and we know the exact path that we can guide you on. You have to just walk on that path and trust us that we are here to mentor you and we will make sure that you reach your destination.
Great. She is the lady Shashi Tharoor, I'm telling you. Anyway, so what were your percentiles and how did you end up here
Okay,
in
so,
IES? Let's say?
I had given two exams, CMAT and MAH MBA CET. In CMAT, I scored 89 percentile, and in CET, I scored 96.12 percentile.
96 is good.
हाँ भी की वजह से सर.
वो तो ठीक है, बच्चे की मेहनत होती है, but yeah, and yours?
My percentile for I just gave one competitive exam, that is MAH CET.
Maharashtra City.
हाँ, so उसमें percentile 87 था.
87.
हाँ.
So, how come here? Let's be as honest as possible.
So sir, after say quite some time, like once you're done with your preparation for MBA exam, generally there are sessions kept with the parent and with the student to mentor the student. That's something that is conducted by you and Judge Sir usually.
We did that.
And at that session, like an entire roadmap was formed for me that okay, like what are your salary expectations? What do you want to get into? Your location, even small aspects like location-wise, area-wise was also taken into
I
consideration.
personally do that.
Yeah, so nothing like there was some kind of unrealistic expectation from us as a student. Even the parents' concerns were taken into consideration. The financial aspects, whether you want to go for a loan, you want to fund it yourself, even that was taken into consideration.
I remember that.
And based on that, a list of say 7 to 8 colleges was filtered out for me, where I was supposed to start applying and see where I get placed into. And also that freedom was given to me that, say for example, if you score above your expectation in CET, you have that freedom to go for the cap round if you want. So of course that is the student's choice whether the student wants to pursue MMS or they want to pursue PGDM, that was completely left to us. But I was given that freedom by you and Chester that you can always go for the next round. We are there even that time to mentor you. Do not think that, okay, your exams are done, so we will no longer mentor you. You can even come in at that time in
Yeah.
June.
No, good that you said,
Yeah.
because you were saying that freedom. So who are we to give that freedom? It is your
Yeah,
choice.
so freedom in the sense I meant that
Yeah.
you have that entire freedom to get back to us.
Yeah,
Because
obviously.
This journey doesn't end at the exam itself. It
Yeah.
even goes on till you get into some college and you're doing something meaningful.
Yeah. It in fact continues. Because
Yeah.
I know that there are 3-4 students who are not getting placed at some college. I won't name it. They are helping them.
Correct.
So that is okay. That's a part of life. And so why my question? Why this college? You must have got through other colleges also. Definitely, that's easy, right? So why this college over others?
Okay, so I'll be very honest. One of the major reasons was the location. So I knew that the kind of rigor that is expected out of me in these 2 years is going to be a lot. There will be a lot of work that will be assigned for home also. So I wanted to personally go to an institute which is comparatively close by and within the vicinity. That was one of the reasons. The second was that according to my parents, it was exactly fitting our funding requirement. So it was exactly within that requirement, nothing too less, nothing too more. So that was definitely one of the reasons. Third, what I saw as compared to other colleges for finances specifically. So what I have heard is Dalmia has a Bloomberg lab, followed by IES, which has a Bloomberg lab. So as a student, I personally knew that even if I get above my expectations, I will not go to MMS for this one reason, that I want exposure to the Bloomberg lab. So later in corporate life, there will be like places like especially in MNCs where you are expected to know how to use Bloomberg and you know how to like hands-on extract data from their work on Bloomberg, know the exact functionalities of Bloomberg. I felt personally that I will get that kind of exposure over here. So definitely. So these are the top 3 reasons. Apart from that, there were a couple of reasons. Definitely, I did go through their curriculum. I did see the kind of projects that they offer, what exactly is there in their curriculum. So that was also one of the
So you
things.
did enough research
Yeah.
to do that. Must have been with you.
Yeah,
also.
same. So actually, my elder brother also studies in this college. So through him, I came to college before giving the interview also. So I came to the college. I met faculties for HR specialization also, and so even how the way they explain some concepts, the way they showed that what else is provided through IES to us. So we have these Harvard courses also for different subjects like math, communication skills, and spreadsheet, Excel. We have other workshops also conducted for Power BI and Tableau. That because since the current scenario, they require more. They are focusing more on analytics. So we have this HR analytics subject, and through which we can create dashboards. We can create graphical representations of data. So interpreting those data is difficult in current scenario also. So understanding how do you work on those data and then extract information which will lead you to make a managerial decision, that is something that is taught to us.
My goodness, guys, before I continue, the way both of you are talking right now to me, and the way you used to talk when you used to come to coaching, my goodness, I have seen a lot of change. A lot of change. Good. Thank you. I'm happy with that. Tell me, uh, so during preparation, you must have imagined how the MBA will go on, and there's always this thing, I'm getting into something, how will it happen, and everything. Any shock which you came across, like once you joined, and then it is a little different or something? Then you imagined. You have to think on that.
Yeah. So I feel there was this one line that was said by Sapna ma'am, which I remember till date when I came here for admission for the first time. She said that students have this wrong perception of the word ROI. So ROI stands for return on investment according to students.
Yeah.
So the perception is that say I invest XYZ amount, I want at least 1x of that amount or half x of that amount as my salary, as my package that I
That is
take
what
from
we
you.
also say.
Yeah, that's the perception. But in the word investment, students fail to understand it is return on individual rather than return on investment in terms of money. So, how much you invest yourself into this program is going to give you that kind of returns rather than the money that you're investing. So that was one thing that something that came as a reality check to me. In by the time I reached the second trimester only, and finance specialization started full fledged. That it depends more on how you perform, whether you're outdoing yourself, whether you're putting that kind of effort that's required, be it for interviews, for class assignments, for class participation, for your exams, presentations. That is what matters at the end of the day. So I did realize that whenever a company comes in on campus, they hire you. They do not see how much you invested in terms of money. They see the kind of output that you are giving as a candidate to them in their company, like what value will you bring to them. So that is what Sapna rightly meant, that it is return on individual and not return on investment only.
Magnificent. I love this answer. Okay. What you would like to tell the next batch?
I think firstly, because if you are seeing this podcast, you would be in good hands at Ideal Management, because the way they guide, the way they mentor us is phenomenal. I think that first hand or the individual focus that we need, because it's a new phase. You do not have a prior experience of anything sort of that you will be facing or you will be coming forward, looking forward to. So that guidance and that support will be really influential for you. Be prepared to face the uncertainty. So, not everything that you thought of will be happening for you, but you'll have to work for it for sure. But then, still, also understand that acceptance is very much required. Not everything will happen according to you, but then, if you try, if you work more, if you put great efforts, I think you will be able to achieve what you want.
One thing I would like to ask is, let's say, to the current lot of students, something you would like them to do which you did not do.
So as far as my specialization is concerned, so I will talk only in terms of what I am doing currently. So I feel that if students really expect to like thrive over here and grow as an individual in their specific specialization, first they should try and get their basics clear. So when I came here, I realized how important is it to already have a foundation, because here a lot of mentorship is definitely provided, but your mentors expect that there should definitely be some foundation that you form from your graduation, and after that also what preparation you have done, because that is what will help you grow. So by this level, it is always expected that you have some base on which they can help you build, rather than you building your base now and then they'll hardly be able to contribute much to your growth.
So whatever specialization person wants to get into,
Yeah,
if some fundamentals are done with
correct.
before coming to the college, you are telling they should do it.
Definitely, it helps a lot. It helps you follow things better.
Your
I
call.
agree to a point, and also people focus more on academic achievements and how well you perform in your CET or how well you perform in your academics. Now, the current shift or the current trend we are seeing is it is more on skill based hiring. So, not only you focus more on academics or means that you all any which ways have to do it, but apart from then build your skills, build go look for soft skills also. Like soft skills can be a very we can say it is a differentiator as compared to the other students. So yeah, skill based
Something that
understanding.
helps you stand apart. So something that acts as a differentiator. Like we are generally asked like, what is your USP? So So what is it that is something different from the rest of the crowd that you can bring on the table to us?
Yeah.
So as she mentioned, it is definitely something that you need to do that will, as your profile, help you stand apart.
My goodness, these people, it looks like they've already done their MBA. You should have met them, I think, a year back, whatever. And the kind of change I am seeing in both of you, I'm so happy. Proud of you. Guys, rapid fire questions. Coffee or chai before the early morning lecture? Fast.
Chai.
Coffee.
Chai person.
Okay, perfect. Group project में leader or silent worker?
Leader.
Leader.
Yeah, तो तुम
Have to
दोनों.
be.
Yeah, I
For
know
sure.
that. You've come here for degree or for networking or for placements?
Networking, then placements.
Little bit of all three.
Little bit of all three. That's interesting. One word to describe your first week at IS. One word.
It was phenomenal. Amazing induction lectures. Had a lot of fun.
Competitive, new.
Wow.
My happiest week at IES so far.
So far. उसके बाद में दुखी हो गई तो. इतना ही.
अभी बहुत ज़्यादा.
Hectic थोड़ा बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है. Yes. Yes. Be honest. Biggest lie people tell about MBA life.
Biggest lie people tell about MBA life.
Fast.
Return on investment, definitely. I'm for it. It is return on individual, not return on investment.
Magnificent. कुछ और.
Biggest lie. MBA 9 to 5 होता है, but नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. जितने कम आवर्स में तुम काम कर सकते हो उतना ज्यादा बेटर होता है. तो इट्स जस्ट ऑन हाउ स्मॉल टाइम में तुम जितना ज्यादा रिकवर करो, जितना ज्यादा पढ़ सकते हो, जितना ज्यादा तुम समझ सकते हो. That is.
Oh, that way. Okay.
Quality is a lot about quantity.
Yeah.
If you can redo one thing in your MBA, what would it be?
Redo one thing.
In my
Or in your life? कुछ और.
Dubai trip.
Redo.
Yes,
क्यों वो अच्छा नहीं था?
बहुत अच्छा था.
So you want to redo? Okay, that way. Okay.
हमारे LTM sessions. IS में LTM sessions होते हैं जहाँ पे you have to build on leadership and teamwork वगैरह सिखाया जाता है. So I think वापस वो करना चाहूँगी.
So okay, so here redo they mean they loved it so. Otherwise,
Yes, we loved it
normally
so
my
much.
question is कि कुछ गलत किया और अब उसको सही करना. But it's okay, we take it that way. One professor who changed the way you think.
For me, Kanhaiya Lal Parmar sir.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely.
Dr. Chandrakant Verma sir.
Okay, different names. Okay. I want to ask this. Stressful part of MBA.
The last week when we have 4 presentations, 4 assignments to submit, as well as
Same.
pressure of exams and attendance pressure, is the most stressful part of it.
Same. For sure.
Same.
Last
Same.
2 weeks are just really bad.
Yes,
So maintaining too many tasks at the same time, that is a stressful
you
situation.
automatically learn multitasking.
Yeah.
Stressful thing.
Interesting. Okay. One skill, one only, which you think the current set of students should learn. One skill.
Skill, we can term it as skill or not, but curiosity. Because the need to learn should be inculcated with you. Because without that, you can be just, you have that gala time attitude, like La La Land, you are running away. But then, need to learn, the willingness to learn has to be with you.
You were not like this when you came to our institute. No? You have changed a lot. I'm so happy from your side.
So as far as possible, application is what I feel. So what you learn and what you actually apply, there's a lot of difference in that. We are doing that currently. So what we learn in theory and we apply it in practice, उसमें काफी फर्क होता है. So as far as possible, what you learn as soon as trying and applying it, as soon as trying and searching about it, so that when you come up with your doubts, you can approach your faculty. They are always open to doubts, be it from outside, be it related to your syllabus. They are always open to it. So I feel that is one thing that should be inculcated.
It's wonderful talking to you.
Thank you.
And
sir.
thank you so much. Thank you guys.